7-year-old caught in the crossfire, Amari Brown. That was one of the strongest stories we ever seen, coming out of Chicago because the killings of kids has been getting rampant. Amari Brown was only 7 years old when he was gunned down, caught in the crossfire, blicked up, when his dead ops pulled up on him. It was the 4th of July. This was in 2015, 4th of July. They outside playing, having fun, lighting fireworks. You know how people do, they light fireworks when it's late at night and shit like that. They don't do it in the daytime. Late at night when it's dark, you can see it. Shit, people be kicking in the shit. The big people be drinking, little kids be playing the shit. The guy dead, the kid Amari Brown dead was outside and his ops pulled up. They thought that was the perfect time. While his kids outside playing, popping fireworks and shit and kicking it, they thought this was the perfect time to see bloodshed. That's the crazy part. That's the part that I don't understand. They came through, they blicked, they got the shooting and shit. 2 people. Amari was hit in the chest. He died, lost his life, dead due to some bullshit. The police believe, and they said his dad was the intended target. A lot of people thought his dad needs to cooperate. His dad needs to cooperate. A lot of people felt like his dad needs to leave his gang shit alone. That's your opportunity to leave his gang. Your kid died, you gotta leave his gang shit alone. But the police said he didn't really cooperate and shit like that. I guess the snitching rules was real strong and shit like that. But these 2 guys were caught. Yesterday they were just convicted. It took that's a long time fighting this case. That's a pretty long time. I ain't even know you can fight a case that long, but they just got convicted. They sentences gonna be coming. Both of these guys were convicted. They claim, one guy said his gun the one that killed him. It was 2 people that shot, so they both was charged with the murder. One of the guys who charged with the murder actually was charged with another murder like a month later. That shit, the killing is crazy. A lot of people feel like those guys came through, didn't give a fuck who was outside, got the blinking and shit, blah, 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 on purpose while his kids out there. I guess that's how you hurt a motherfucker. You kill a motherfucking kid or whatever the fuck. We've been seeing a lot of that shit. Recently, we just seen like a brother died in a car with his sister. If y'all on some street shit, you doing gang banging shit, you out here living the wrong life. You can't really be out here and have your people with you, your kids and shit with you. That was a real sad story, but I guess it's justice for Amari Brown. I don't really know what justice is. Justice in the motherfucking jail because you ain't getting your kid back. That shit be hard to bury a motherfucker you love, man. That's the type of pain that everybody ain't felt, But I wanted to bring that to your attention. 7-year-old Amari Brown, who was gunned down in a crossfire by the ops of his dad. They both was convicted. What y'all think of this, man? I want to know y'all opinion on this shit, man. Y'all think, man, you out here living some street shit, you out here living that life, you doing all kind of thug shit, you gotta leave them kids in a fucking crib. They can't be around you. Do you feel like, man, you can't blame that shit on dude there? Yeah, he was living the way, and shit is what it is, but them dudes made a decision to come through, shoot while them kids outside. Put that on them instead of dead. I want to know how y'all feel. Leave a comment and tell me true. Blah, 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 blah.
Brown was vilified after his young son, Amari Brown's murder. Police said that bullet was meant for him. Now, more than a year after his son's death, Brown is striving for redemption. He spoke with CBS 2's Dana Kozlov in this original report.
This wall of Antonio Brown's garden apartment is a shrine to his slain son, Amari Brown.
I kind of like that picture.
The 7-year-old's smile, clothes, even the $5 bill in his pocket when he was shot, all keep Brown on his path to do better when he says he started walking the day his son was buried.
When that casket closed, I just had a lot of thoughts like, you know what? This can't be life. I don't even want to put nothing into these streets no more. These streets just took my son.
Amari was enjoying 2015's July 4th outside when a drive-by bullet hit him. Brown rode with him to the hospital.
And I talked to him the whole entire ride.
Chicago police later said that bullet was meant for Brown, who has a lengthy criminal record, and that he refused to cooperate.
None of that was true. Honestly, none of that was true.
The 30-year-old Brown insists he was never a gang member, yet owns his criminal past. But that's where he wants to leave it. He's now going to school. He got his first job, and he's working with the Healing Corner, a group that promotes street peace.
I can attest to his positive change, and he just wants to do better.
Trust me, I come from the streets, you know what I'm saying? So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And they just gotta have that mentality that I got to just keep going, keep going.